This is Grow and Learn. My name is Zorina. Welcome to everybody who's joining today for the first time. And of course, a warm welcome to everybody who's been listening for a while. Today, I'm having a guest who would surprise you, as many of my guests do. But this one is like coming from two completely divergent areas of business, of occupation. And yet he managed to be successful at both of them. I'm welcoming Peter Schöder. He's one of the most famous Danish DJs. He has 40 golden records. I apologize. I'm not very well aware with the music industry, but 40 golden records and a number of other achievements. And he's the CEO and founder of Teltio. He's a techie. Teltio is a unified communications company, and we're going to hear about his experience in developing this company and about his life experience, how he shifted from being a DJ to a tech CEO. Hi, Peter. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're streaming now from your new studio, the studio of Teltio. Tell us a bit about this company. What does it offer? What do you intend to do with this studio?
Yeah, so Teltio is a business phone service provider. So you wouldn't necessarily think that we need a studio for that. Some of our team members, when we started building out, are we a TV production company now, or what's going on? So we have a very big TV studio that we've been working on, 5 cameras and robots and all kinds of things that we've been investing heavily in, and it's really just because we are very focused on content. We have never paid for advertising in the 10 years that we've been in business. All our customers have come organically from word of mouth or with SEO. So naturally, good content. So we try to provide good content in our area and expertise, and get good search results, and that's how we get good customers. And that world is changing a lot. Everything is always changing. So the whole SEO thing is also changing, and writing a blog post is not going to be enough anymore, and it's definitely not going to be enough where things are going over the next couple of years. So video is a natural thing for us to get into and be good at creating video content, and that's why we're building out a studio here.
So you're saying that for the past 10 years, you actually managed to attract customers only based on your blog and SEO.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. And well as also good word of mouth, making sure you have a good product that works and that people want to tell other people about. But yeah, we've grown from bootstrapped. We've never taken investments, so grown from being a tiny company with a few customers, with a few employees of those customers, like tiny businesses that signed up, to a business now that runs phone service for companies like Facebook and Google and Airbnb and companies like that. So Samsung is one of our biggest ones, right? So it's really just about creating good content and a good product, obviously.
Wow, amazing. I'm going to show your website to people so that they have an idea. Well, first I'll have to open it, so I'll do that in a minute. But tell us about your story. You were a DJ, you were passionate about it, and what happened? Why did you change direction?
So that's the thing. I don't think I've ever changed direction. For me, it's been very natural. Everything I've always done. When I was 6 years old, my parents got me a computer. That I was way more interested in figuring out how it works than playing video games like my friends. So I've always been a major nerd. Always been very much into programming and those kind of things. When I was 14, I founded my first website, which I sold when I was 18. It became the biggest artist community in Scandinavia. From there on, I went to start making music. Well, I did that earlier on as well, and being a DJ and touring. And I founded a record label where I again coded the software to manage the releases and the promotion and the royalties and all these different things. So to me, it's just a natural thing. It's two maybe seemingly different careers, but also very intertwined in terms of music, especially electronic music that I do is very much about sitting in front of a computer and nerding out on on things for a long period of time. So for me, it's very natural to do those things simultaneously. And when I founded Telcio, it was actually because I was burned out DJing. I had played 380 something gigs in a year.
Wow.
In 2012, and I was completely burned out by that. And I started coding a platform for me to promote music and distribute music between myself and my other colleagues in the industry, and then the other DJs and the radio stations and record labels, to kind of create a fair way to distribute that. And as I was building that, I needed a phone service, and I couldn't find anything that was good enough out of the box, and also didn't have to pay a lot for. So I built it myself, and that was really, really interesting to me, and kind of came at the right time where I was kind of sick of the music industry and needed a break. So I just kept going. So to me, it's very natural. It's just like things that happen, and organically for me. And then I just get fascinated about something, and then I can't stop working on it, and I have to be the best at it. I mean, the same thing goes for the studio in here. It's not a small thing we're building here, and it really is just because I don't do anything half. I just want to be really good at what I do, and I can't stop doing it.
Okay, let me just share the screen and show your company website. This is it. Telcio, phone systems in the cloud. So I suppose you could use internet and make phone calls similar to WhatsApp, but you're actually calling a phone number somewhere around the world.
Yeah. So for what we do is business service. So it's B2B, right? So it's only for businesses. But yeah, you can use an app on your phone, or you can use your desktop. You can also actually get a physical phone. But it's a very, very easy to manage platform where you can set up everything you need as a business, with phone menus and queues and directing calls around and texting and all these kind of things, making sure that your customers get an answer from the right person at the right time, and all these things. And then at the same time, charging people for usage instead of the actual features or things like that, like our competitors. So that means that it's also very scalable. Businesses with 2 employees get the same as a business with 2,000 employees. Same features, same playing ground, really. Same playing field, but you get you get everything from day one, but you only pay for the usage. So that's scales as you grow as a business. You make more calls, but yeah.
So Peter, it seems that you've worked a lot on your own, including you basically built your DJing business, educating yourself with whatever technology you needed to use to make it happen, right? And so then you started Telcio. I know that your wife is a co-founder, but then other than the two of you, what did it take for you to grow this company, as you were previously the one brain man, behind the concept, and you were the one doing everything. So what did it take for you to grow this business? How did it happen? What were the necessary skills you needed to develop, or did you have it all?
No, I've never been the person that has it all. I always been the most stubborn person in the room, and been the one that is willing to work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, and can't stop working. So that's definitely been the key, is really that I have a stubbornness. And when people tell me that there's something's not going to work, then I'm going to show them that it's going to work. Logically, you shouldn't go out and start a phone company and compete with AT&T. That makes no sense. And definitely don't do it on a bootstrap budget. But my stubbornness and fascination for that industry is really what the key is for me. And then that's how we got started, and got the first product out the door. And we tried to raise some money in the beginning, but who wants to invest in a couple that's not even married at that time? So it was very difficult, and we thought we had to go raise Silicon Valley billions to grow a company, because that's what you're told. That's what everyone tells you all the time, that this is, and that's the only thing you hear about. It's the success stories
about the culture.
That's whole thing. And we thought we had to be doing that, and we tried to do that the first few years until we really realized that, hey, we can actually do this by ourselves if we just put the labor in and be smart about it. And today we are happy because we own the company now. We can do whatever we want with it, and we can build the product. We can shape the product the way our customers like and what they're asking for, rather than having some outsiders that don't know anything about the business tell us what to do. So I'm really happy that we didn't go that route. but we definitely have to learn a lot about growing a business and hiring and managing, because I hate managing. It's very unnatural for me to tell people what to do, and I hate micromanaging. I get really annoyed when I have to tell people certain things, and why can't they just read my mind and do it? That will be way easier, right? So for me, the key is really hiring people that can read my mind and do it better than what I imagined, right? That's not hard to find, but they are out there. There are people that are, at a certain level that they're hard to find. They're hard, at a very high value. You got to make sure you retain them once you get them in the door. But if you can create a team like that, then you also don't need that many people. And that's also the key for our success is, if you look at our company size in terms of headcount, we are tiny compared to our competitors, but we have a lot of users compared, meaning that it's more profit to ourselves, and it grows faster and faster. And we can actually build a healthy business rather than just an inflated valuation from some kind of VC in Silicon Valley, right?
What's your head count at the moment? I'm very curious to know.
Yeah,
how many
we are
people
less
you
than
need
50.
to operate. We
are less than 50. Yeah. And compared our competitors, the same size businesses, they're between 500 and 1,000. So we're and at least with the businesses, our competitors that have the same amount of customers and users and similar products, so we are headcount wise really small, but we have some very, very smart people that are very independent. We have people spread all over the world. We just downsized our headquarters here in LA to a third of our old place, because we don't have much people working. We only have like 3 or 4 people in our headquarters now, and everyone else is distributed all over the world.
Okay, interesting. So you would say that the selection of the right people was the winning point for you in this business?
It definitely is.
Other than the innovation part of the product that you came up with.
Yeah, and that's the thing is once you get smart people that you allow to do independent work, that allow to bring their own ideas and run with it. If you can get people to do that and inspire them to do that, and make them understand that it's okay to do that, and it's okay to fail as well. It's okay to burn some money and fail. That's not going to get you fired. I actually encourage that, because if you can get people to do that, then you set them free in a way that they will contribute way more to the business than any employee could have that have just been told to create some kind of thing that they're good at.
And now that you've reached the level of success with this company, what is your next goal? Where are you looking to?
Well, so that's interesting. We are actually right now raising our first round of money after 10 years, because we, like I said earlier, we've grown organically, and we have identified some ways where we can really accelerate that, not necessarily by going out and advertising, but we know where we can kind of fuel it, and we're raising some serious money for that. So that's kind of the next step for us. Obviously, we have to have some end goals for those investors, but for me personally, I don't have any. This is my wife again. She's kind of I'm the CEO, but she really is the boss of the business, and she's the smart business person of us. I'm the creative, visionary person behind it, and the technical, but she's the one that actually runs the business. And so, obviously, when you raise money, you have to have an end goal, and there is that now. But for me personally, I just do what I find interesting. I'm happy as long as I can work, go to work and play around with things that I find interesting. That's really my happy place. And I'm lucky that this industry makes me, gives me that, because there's always something new to build in communications. There's always, constantly. Now we just got AI. That's even, So there's so many things going on that makes it interesting for me to keep working on this. So for me personally, I would do this as long as it's interesting, which it seems to be, continuing to be. But yeah, there is obviously we have a business, and we have employees, and we have other people than just me now that need to be thought of, and of course there's a goal there.
Well, I'd like to talk about you, because you're the culture setter behind it. I'm sure that your wife is managing it all well in a business sense, but the one who carries the blood, like the culture of the company is usually the creator, in this case you. So what I know that you had survived a plane crash. What got you into this situation? Was it just a regular plane crash, or was it an adventurous story? Tell us a bit about this.
I was actually on my way up to visit my mom in northern Denmark at that time. There's a little commuter turboprop, maybe room for 80 people or something like that. And they found out as they were about to land that they couldn't lock the landing gear in place, or at least they couldn't make the little light light up that says that it's locked. So they had to circle around to burn the fuel because the plane was too small to be able to dump it and all that, and they had to prepare on land. So we were actually circling around for a couple of hours. I actually had time to call home and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be a little late because there's something." I don't even remember what I said, but I don't think I tried to. I tried to kind of hide what actually was going on. But there was not many people on the plane, so they moved people from the center to both ends of the plane to because they knew that potentially the propeller could come through the fuselage if something went wrong. And when we landed, and they finally came down, the landing gear on the right side actually did collapse, and the propeller did go through the fuselage. And luckily, I think one lady broke her arm, and that was pretty much it. So there was nothing serious. No one lost their lives or anything like that, luckily. But it was a little scary. And the funny thing is, I had totally forgotten about it until maybe a year or two ago. I should probably talk to someone professional about that, because, but I'm not afraid of flying or anything like that today. It was just completely, oh yeah, I was in that plane. Like that just came up in the conversation. But yeah, that happened. I think it was 2010.
Do you consider it at all an important experience in your life?
I don't know. No. I think at that time I was busy with so many other things. My DJ career was at the peak at that time, or just about to start really taking off. Like I said earlier, I played 382 gigs, I think it was, in 2012. So this was in 2010. So a couple of years before that, I was really like about to start taking off, starting getting more gigs in the US and traveling a lot. So I think I might just have, I was just so busy at thinking at all these other things that were going on that it just kind of got locked in a box somewhere, and it didn't really bother me. But I'm sure there's something under the surface that I should probably work on. There's probably something to talk about there, yeah.
If you're not having any external signs, I don't think there is. I was just curious why it was featured as a curious occurrence. Maybe just a nice.
I think it was our PR agent that that thought that was interesting to put in my bio. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Peter, is there anything else that you would like to share that I haven't asked you? That something really important that you want to put out there?
Whoa, that's a tough question. I would really just say, like, now that we're talking about entrepreneurship and growing a business, and one thing that I have started becoming more aware of over the past couple of years is my self-awareness of my stubbornness and my naivety, I think, is really the key. And I've started allowing me to be more naive and try things, because you can tend to have fear of failing, and of course as a business grows and you get employees, and there's more pressure on. It's not just your livelihood anymore. You have to make sure that everything. But at the same time, if you don't take risks and if you don't play around with new things, you're going to fall behind no matter what industry you're in. So the nativity that led us to where we are today needs to keep happening. Like, we need to keep having this let's try it and see if it works. And we can't just get stuck on what we did 10 years ago, because then we're going to become obsolete. Especially with everything that's happening with AI and stuff. I mean, we've obviously been working a lot on that as well, but which is also why we're building a studio here. I live by Pippi Longstocking's quote. She says something in the lines of, I've never done that before, so I'm sure I'm good at it. And I love that. That nativity, like, hey, I've never done it. Yeah, it's like, hey, I've never done that before, so I'm sure I'm good. Like, why wouldn't I be? Just approach everything with that. And then, yeah, you'll fail, but who cares? You tried.
Well, I love that. Absolutely amazing piece of advice. Cool. So where can we follow you apart from, checking you out on Teltio? Is there any social media where people can follow the developments or follow your DJing? Are you planning to revive it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely I miss the part where I have a dance floor and just see people go bonkers to some music that you play. That's just the best feeling in the world. I never got into DJing because I wanted to be famous or get attention. It's really just more about the same feeling I get when I host a dinner party and I have some friends sitting around and just like enjoying themselves. And I like seeing people be happy and I can actually, if you go to a bar or to a nightclub, I would actually just stand and look at the dance floor. And I just like that. That's an amazing feeling. So I really miss that. So maybe I will get into it again. Who knows?
Be honest now. Is this why you're building a studio?
Maybe. Probably not right now, but yeah, eventually I would probably want to play a few gigs once in a while. But I don't miss the whole touring thing. That's definitely that. I'm too old for that now. But yeah, go to peterschöder.com. That's very, very basic website. It just has a few links to all my social media and my email address. And if you want to reach out, please do. I love hearing from people. Awesome. It's been a true pleasure. Good luck raising capital for your company and good luck taking it where you want to take it. It was a real pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on. It was fun. Thank you. Thank you for listening to Grow and Learn. We hope that you found our podcast informative, engaging, and inspiring. Our mission is to help you keep growing and learning, and we hope that our conversations and insights have provided you with practical advice and useful perspectives. If you're looking for personalized support and guidance to help you achieve your personal or professional growth objectives, I offer a range of services to help. As a trusted management partner and mentor, I work with businesses in the process of transformation, looking for new streams of business as well as M&A. With an extensive professional network of experts and mentors, I can bring on board the right person or team based on the specific needs of the company I'm working with. To learn more about the services I offer and how I can help you achieve your goals, visit my website at grownlearn.org. You can also reach out to me via email or social media. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this episode of Grow and Learn, please subscribe to our podcast and leave us a review. Your feedback is important to us and it helps us to continue to create content that is relevant and valuable to our listeners. Thanks again for listening, and we look forward to sharing more insights and perspectives with you in the future.